Hello Libra and welcome back. And if you are new here, I love you already. This is going to be a love and relationships reading for July. And as usual, we're going to do it in 3 parts. First of all, just having a look at your state of mind, where you're coming from, where you're headed to, what's going on in your heart and your head. And then we're going to have a look at your path through June and some advice. And then a couple of clarifying cards at the end. While I shuffle, I'm going to push that like button, maybe subscribe so that you can come back. I'd love to have you here. And of course, you can buy me a coffee. Spirit, what do we have for Libra, for love and relationships for July? Let's get into it. Wow. Sure, Libra. So the card that represents you this month is the Death card. And this is you absolutely transformed. Like if somebody looked at you this month and last month, they would hardly recognize you. Or certainly you looking back at yourself a couple of months ago and saying, who the hell was that person? Because it feels like you're in the space of, okay, I'm leaving that shit behind. You know? This could be you having left an abusive relationship, or at least ended a relationship which wasn't working for you in all kinds of ways. But it's you feeling like an absolute rebirth. And your challenge this month is looking forward and clarifying what you're looking for in the future. That's your challenge. So you may be feeling absolutely renewed, but you're still a little bit confused about, okay, this is all new. Where do I go from here? And because where you're coming from is burden. So I feel like, and this speaks straight to the Death card. It's like, it feels like in the past you've had this heavy weight on your shoulders and in your heart. Perhaps it was just, as I say, maybe it was just a relationship that was just not working. And the further and further and further you went with it, the heavier and heavier the stuff was sitting on you. I mean, it could also be, if you're single, the burden of being single has been bothering you. And now suddenly you've gone through this transformation of, well, maybe I'm perfectly okay being single. Or I see it more as, maybe you've just suddenly decided, okay, I'm going to open myself up now. Maybe you've kept yourself closed off, and that being alone has been a burden for you. But whatever your situation is, that's you're in a feeling of transformation right now. And in your heart space, I have the values card, the 7 of Wands. For me, it's a values card, standing up for what you believe in. So perhaps this transformation has something to do with the fact that you've worked out what is really, really important to you, what is going to serve you in the future, and that hasn't served you in the past. Perhaps you've been pretending to be somebody else to make somebody happy. But when you go through life like that, at some point the real you comes out and starts to fight to come out, even if you're suppressing it. Because in your headspace I have the Hanged Man, and this could be 2 things. It could be you feeling in a state of limbo, like things are not happening quick enough, which I suspect it is. But it could also mean you, because you've got the Death card here, the Death card here, this transformation, is you suddenly looking at things in a completely different way. Like you've made this big realization, and you're looking at things completely differently, and matched with the values in your heart space. maybe you're looking at your goals and your values and moving forward. But I certainly see someone coming in for you, certainly a message of some sort coming in, or an opportunity. An opportunity which is going to have some bearing on your relationship status. And this might not be the person in this relationship that you're thinking about. But certainly something's going to come in that's going to change things for you. Let's have a look at your path through July. It's a lot of wands here, which makes me think it's got something to do with, the circle of people that you mix with in your work or career. More wands. Okay. So in your insecurities space, so there's your insecurities cards. I have the 9 of Wands. And this is you feeling not entirely whole. Like you still feel there's, even though you've gone through this transformation and you're ready to move into, a new situation, it's you feeling like you don't have everything to give. But it's only an insecurity and a doubt. And the chances are you have enough to give. Okay, it's an insecurity. The environment you're operating in, and this could be, represent the other person. I have the Chariot, and that is something moving forward. So you have the opportunity, if you're looking to move forward into something, into a new relationship, universe is saying the time is right. Because if this represents your other person is expecting movement, or certainly open to whatever movement you're proposing. It's an element of control, like the universe is opening up this highway of control for you, and opening up this highway to let you move if you choose to move. It is there for you. But your advice card is the 3 of Coins, and basically the advice from the universe is if you want to move, take small steps. Don't rush in, even though the environment is open to you, like this highway is opened up to you. Take it easy. Think each step through carefully. Don't rush in. Make lists, pros and cons. And your Persian outcome card is the 6 of Cups. So this could represent somebody from your past, okay? Or somebody who certainly reminds you of someone in your past. And it can also mean wanting to be in a relationship that reminds you of your first love. That kind of intensity. But usually when it's relationships and it's in the outcome card, it certainly feels like somebody from your past coming back, or you approaching somebody from your past again. Let's do some clarifiers. Yeah, I think you've rested your soul, okay? Or you need to rest your soul. But there's a transition. Because of this transition, it certainly looks like you've either taken time to step back, or you need to take a bit of time and step back and just rest your soul a little bit. If things have been a bit tough, take time to chill, take time to meditate. Because I see, you see, I love these last 3 cards because it's all about balance, okay? So I've got the Page of Coins and the Page of Swords. And this is, you have to make yourself available in order for messages to come in. Make yourself available, turn that light on. You see that pentacle he's holding, it's like a giant light. That's the way I see it anyway. It always comes across as being a beacon. And when it's the Page of Coins, it's like you have to at least switch the light on of availability for the messenger to see, the kind of way in, because this is a message coming in, but it's coming in slowly. So it's like a slow coming together, and perhaps both of you are in a need of rest at the moment. And it comes back to this Three of Coins, this advice card of moving slowly, take one step at a time. And if it is somebody from your past, there's time enough to take it slowly and to figure out if this is something that you both want. Because there's no clear, yay, I've met the person of my dreams and happily ever after. And there's no, oh my God, I'm going to be on my own forever. For me, this looks like a process for you. There's certainly been a big change in you, and you're feeling it. And moving forward is going to be a process. And it's a process of slowly turning your light back on so that the other person can see the messages clearly and unambiguously. And if you're both in a place where you need to move slowly, because the Four of Swords is very much in this kind of scenario of move slowly, don't rush in, because it might be too much for both of you. Libra, I hope that makes sense, and if it does resonate, drop a like for me, subscribe, come back. I love new people, and I'll see you again soon.